In this episode of Bottoms Up, we are going back to our old club Colchester as we play them in the league. Welcome to episode 7, everybody. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into what's been happening since you were last with me. In yesterday's episode, we played Sunderland in the league away from home and won 3-1. And then we went away again, this time to Huddersfield, and won 4-1. Since then, we've had 4 games. We did play the game against Colchester at Selhurst Park, where we won 5-0. And Colchester are not a good team. It's look at the stats. We had 24 shots on goal, 12 shots on target, an XG of 2.77, nearly a whole 2 XG more than Colchester did, 63% possession. And yeah, a 5-0 scoreline was massively comprehensive. Mohamed Sham with the first goal. Duarte actually had a goal disallowed. Killian, then Duarte got a goal, then Daniel, and then Kevin Nicol. Duarte with 2 assists, a goal and a goal disallowed. He was phenomenal. It's so good to have him back in the team. So yeah, 5-0 win against Colchester. Very, very easy. We then went away to Coventry, beat them 3-1. Duarte again on the score sheet. Kevin Nicol getting 2. Then against Blackburn at home, we won 4-0. A Kevin Nicol hat-trick. Abdul Karim Singano also on the score sheet. And then a 3-0 win at home against West Brom. Mohamed Sham, Martin Fernandez and Luca Killian getting the goals. In today's episodes, we play Colchester again, this time at the JobServe Community Stadium. My first time going back to one of my old clubs. With Colchester, we never went back to Aveley. But yeah, with Crystal Palace, we now go back to Colchester. Then we've got Hull, who are 4th in the league at the moment. That's going to be a tough game. It is at home. Anthony Taylor, the referee. It will be a tough game, but just look at the way we've been playing, the amount of goals we've been scoring. It's just been phenomenal. Now, I do need to give you a little glimpse into the finances, because previously we were like £40 million in the red. We're now £12.5 million in profit. We did get emails come through, which I'm going to put on screen round about now, saying that we've got a new 1-year sponsorship deal worth £74 million. And as a result for that, our bank balance is now looking good. We're passing financial fair play because that had gone red again. So yeah, I did say I weren't going to worry too much about financial fair play, because I'm pretty sure we'll be fine come the end of the season, and that's Football Manager doing Football Manager things. Not really sure who's going to be sponsoring Crystal Palace for £74 million for 1 year, but whoever you are, thank you. If we have a look at the sponsors, that's the one there. It's just a general sponsorship, £74 million, 1 year, lovely jubbly. It eclipses all the other sponsorship deals we've got. We've got another general deal there, which is 24 million, a couple of, or 13 and 11, and we've got a stadium sponsorship deal for 9.25. If you look at our projections, we're projecting losses, so that's not looking great. But yeah, it is what it is. Football Manager does tend to do that sort of thing. We do now need to look at transfers, because we've got some business going on. We're about to go into the January transfer window. It's Boxing Day at the moment. Merry Christmas in game. Now, we have got this guy, Machicino, who's a left-sided centre-back, can play left-back, coming in on the 1st of January for £1.5 million originally, rising to 3.6 million in instalments. If we just have a quick look at him, he's not looking like he's going to be anything majorly special. He is driven. He's got good determination. Maybe he might become something. The main aim really is bring him in for a bit of squad depth, maybe loan him out if a good loan offer comes in for him. Like when I say good loan offer, I mean a club that is at a reasonable level and is going to use him, and maybe sell him on for a bit of a profit. Like I say, 3.6 million overall it will cost us. That's not much really in the grand scheme of things. And in relation to that, Romain Perrault is going to be leaving. He's negotiating a contract at the moment, but he's been given an offer from Las Palmas for £2.5 million. 33-year-old left back. We played him a couple of times this season, hasn't really impressed. I thought getting £2.5 million for him was pretty good money actually. So he's on his way out. Florian Nahus, who wanted to leave anyway, 33 years old as well. He's going to be joining Nimes for £350,000. So he's on his way out as well. And then Luis Suarez has got offers from several clubs coming in, all for £800,000. 33 years old again. Add that money to that money to that money, and it's basically covered the purchase of Machucino. I need to get better at saying his name. So, yeah, 33-year-olds going out, 20-year-old in a position where we need a bit of strength as well coming in. What I might do is go into the transfer window and try and sign a winger, but I'm not just wanting to take anybody. We have got Liedemar that can play there as well. Like I said, I don't want to just take anybody because we're going to be in the Premier League next season. I'm pretty confident in saying that. So if the right option becomes available, we'll go for it. If not, we'll hold out until the summer. So that then brings me into today's game. Let's get into it. We are away from home against Colchester. If they're anything like they were in the previous time we played them, this should be a comfortable win. We are still going with Nickel up top instead of Odsonne Edouard. Talking of the January transfer window as well, there is a possibility we could be losing several players in that January transfer window because Duarte is wanted on transfer by Lyon and a team in Saudi Arabia. Odsonne Edouard is wanted by a whole host of clubs. I'm happy to sell him. Singano is also wanted by Luton on transfer. I'm not looking at selling him. I'm not looking at selling Edouard either. Other than Edouard, I'm not looking at selling anybody else. But they are wanted. If we continue to look at the wanted list, we've also got Ismail Sabari is wanted by Leeds. I'm pretty happy we can hold them off. Hayden Hackney is wanted as well by a team in in Saudi Arabia. Valentin Barco is wanted by a whole host of clubs, including Saudi Arabia. And Bichiabu is also wanted by Feyenoord and a club in Saudi Arabia. So we've got a lot of players that are wanted. Like I say, we're not looking at selling them. We're not looking at getting rid of them. We're very much looking at keeping them around. For anyone that leaves, probably dipping into the youth system, to the development centre. But by the next episode, maybe even at some point in this episode, you'll know whether we're going to be selling more than what we're planning. Anyway, here's the team for today's game. Nubel in goal, Barco and Martin in the wing-back positions, Bichiabu and Killian in the centre-backs, Hackney and Zahuri in midfield, Numa and Sham out wide with Saibari in behind Kevin Nickel. Duarte is on the bench. He is fit to play, but Nuama is on an ESC. I need to make sure he gets enough minutes, and I just think this is a game where we should be safe enough to be able to give Duarte a little rest and bring in Nuama for it. Grant McCann's still manager of Colchester. If we look at their team, Adamu in goal we know about, Ed Turns we know about, Neil Wolf we know about, Joe Bellingham we know about, and Foncao we know about. The rest of the team came in after we left. Enrique Sarr on the bench, Albin Morgan, Kyle Brown, Aaron Collins, Ben Briggs, Bailey Hobson. We're more familiar with their bench than we are with their first team. In the previous game as well, Joe Bellingham wasn't playing. I did actually check to see whether he was still at the club. I thought maybe they'd sold him. But no, he is still there, as you can see today. I think he was injured. That's why he didn't play. So, yeah, we're looking at keeping our run going. We're currently 16 points ahead of Everton, who are in second place. We are absolutely running away with this league at the moment. And hopefully we can continue to run away with it. Colchester have intercepted, but we win it back in. It's getting a bit scrappy on the edge of their third of the field. We win it back from Nuama. Here's Bichiabu to Killian. He gives it now to Hackney, who'd kind of dropped into his position then. Out to Mohamed Sham. Can he get the ball into the box? No, but he gives it to Zaire, and Zaire's shot has gone wide. I think it was saved by the keeper. It's gone out for a corner. It'll probably be Hackney to take it. Yes, it is. Can he find Bichiabu? That's who he's going to be looking for. He's gone more to the back post this time, and that's the end of the highlight. So 15 minutes. We've dominated. 5 shots on goal, 4 on target. We've absolutely dominated these opening 20 minutes. Colchester have not had a look in as things stand. What we don't want is that they get one look in and score from it. It's a bit concerning that in the next 10-15 minutes of play, we've not, in actual fact, for the next part of the first half, we've done a great deal. Been no highlights. 5 shots on target, no goals. We need to take our chances more. Mohamed Sham now. Gives it to Hackney, to Nuama. Out to Barco. Gives it back to Nouama. Can he get across into the box? He can. It's towards Sham, and Mohamed Sham with his 8th goal of the season. The referee's flag stays down, and on the stroke of half-time, only 1 minute to play, we've got the lead, and that is great stuff. Really happy that we're in the lead. Let's try and score a couple more goals in this first half to put the game completely and utterly out of Colchester's reach. I mean, to be fair, with how little of an opportunity they've had, they shouldn't even be anywhere near having a chance. But all the time we fail to score, we're leaving the door open for them. Saibari with the throw, gives it to Bichiabu, puts it in, and it's Zauri with his 4th goal of the season. Zauri has made it 2-0. We do now have a bit of daylight between us and Colchester. They now have a corner. Oppegard will take it, and they've headed it in. Ika Rapero, that's his 1st goal of the season. Of course it is. Oh my word, there's all these more highlights. Surely we're not going to drop points to Colchester. We hammered them 5-0 previously in the league. This should not even be a competition. Oh, Kevin Nichols through. Oh my dear word, how have you missed that? Right, we need to make some substitutions, and I'm actually going to take Kevin Nichols off for that because that was diabolical. Right, Odson Edouard can come on. Who else are we going to take off? Do we take off Sham and bring on Singano? I think we're going to bring Duarte on for Numa as well. Can't believe Kevin Nichols missed that. I mean, I'm not going to go as far as to say we're hanging on. But with the domination we've had, it shouldn't even be close. Duarte to Edouard, and he's missed. I don't know how they're missing these chances. Here's Duarte to Singano. I mean, I might actually get accused of throwing this match if we don't win this with all the domination we've had. Here's Bichiabu to Barco. He's lost out. Colchester can come on the attack now. Fonkeo, we know how dangerous he can be. Oppegard. Glynn. We win the ball back through Killian. Singano. Forward for Edouard. He's through. Odson Edouard. And he scores his 15th for the season. It's 3-1. And I don't mind admitting I am now breathing a little bit... Oh, for God's sake. I was about to say I'm breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. Right, we won the ball back. Edouard to Hackney to Barco. Can he get the crossing? Come on. Get the crossing. He's giving it to Duarte. Saibari and Singano puts it in. 6th goal of the season for the youngster. I've been impressed with him this season. I'm definitely keeping him around for the future. He has really been a positive signing for us. We're now leading 4-1. Colchester have the ball through a throw. It's with Calum to turns. Oppegard's going to be sent off here. Hopefully he's not injured one of my players. They're down to 10 men. 2nd yellow card. Right, let's look at making some substitutions. Matrosiani can come on there. And I think we'll take Saibari off and bring Milot on there because he's looking a little bit tired. And it's a case of just see the game out now, lads. I think Everton are losing as well, by the way. Sunderland have fallen off a cliff. I'll show you their schedule and their results, but they've just been atrocious recently. Right, here we go. It's 6 minutes of added on time. Milot with the ball. Finds Edouard, who finds Singano, and Singano gets his 2nd of the game. His 7th for the season. He's turning into such a good player, Singano. He really, really is. 2 goals and an assist. And that is all she wrote. We've played him twice in the league this season. We've scored 5 on both occasions. It was closer than it should have been for quite a while, but let's have a look at Everton. Everton have drawn with Oxford. They got a late equaliser, and Sunderland have drawn with Stoke as well. We are now 18 points clear of Everton and 22 points clear of Sunderland. That is ridiculous. Okay, we're going to be back after this transition. I'll show you Sunderland's schedule as well as getting into the next game of the episode. So I said I'd show you Sunderland's schedule and just look at their form. They've got the game here against Luton where they lost 3-0. They then won a couple of games, but then they lost to Lincoln, lost to us, beat Blackburn. But December has been a nightmare of a month for them. 3 defeats, 2 draws. It actually means if you consider 5 games here, 3 here, so 1 win in their last 8 games. They've only picked up 5 points in their previous 24 available points. So yeah, they've really dropped off a cliff, have Sunderland. Anyway, let's get into the game against Hull. Hull did beat Blackburn 1-0 away from home in their last match. Nouble in goal, Barco left back, Martin right back, Bitshiaba and Killian in the centre of defence, Hackney and Zauri in the centre of midfield, Duarte coming in for Nuama, Sham on the right with Saibari in behind Kevin Nicol. So just the one change for the team. It is an improvement. Duarte is such a good player. I really like him. If you go by star ratings, you probably wouldn't rate him that highly, but when you actually see him play, he's a monster. And when he's in the mood, which he is most of the time, to be fair. Right, Hull have the first highlight of the game. They've gone short. Oh, they've hit the post. I thought that was going in. It looks like they were offside anyway. So they almost caught us napping there, Hull. They are fourth, along with Everton and Sunderland. They're our biggest rivals, really. Not that I can really think anyone's their rivals when we're this far ahead of everybody. But Duarte with the corner. It's cleared, but only as far as Duarte. Gives the ball to Barco, to Killian. Zauri. Sham now picks it up. Can he get the cross in? Oh, well, that was a bit of a mess. 11th goal of the season from Saibari. And it kind of looked like nobody wanted to do anything. We didn't want to score with it. They didn't want to clear it. Eventually, we did pop the ball in the back of the net. Saibari, like I say, his 11th goal of the season. Kevin Nicol with the assist. And I am persevering with Nicol over Edouard, because Edouard is out of contract at the end of this season anyway. So I'm probably not going to keep him around, even if I have the option to. And there's Duarte proving that I was right to bring him in. The offside flag has not gone up. It is going to count. And that's an assist for Saibari to go with the goal he's already got. Sham couldn't quite keep hold of the ball there, but he does win it back. And now Kevin Nicol has it. Gives it to Saibari. He's at the post. Wow, we are all over Hull. They had the best of the first 5-10 minutes, but we have certainly come back at them. 2 goals, 5 shots on target. That is a pretty decent first half, really. Against a team that's 4th in the league, it's hard to pick much fault in that, really. So second half starts, and it starts with a highlight for us. Barco gives it to Hackney. He's a really good player as well. I've said that before, babe. Him and Zauri have got such a great partnership in the centre of that midfield. Here's Martin to Sham, and Mohamed Sham with his 9th goal of the season. We do like to spread the goals around, folks. And Mohamed Sham makes it 3-0, barely 30 seconds into the second half. Martin Fernandez getting the assist for that. And you can see by the match momentum chart just how dominant we've been in this match. 90% pass completion as well. We do have a good pass completion rate in this league. I'll tell you what, we obviously will be buying players for the second half, for next season, which I'm going to say, as I've already said previously in this episode, it will be a Premier League season. But I think this team's capable of taking on a lot of the lower Premier League teams. And we'll soon find out when it comes to the FA Cup, which, by the way, I won't be showing the FA Cup on camera unless we get to like the quarter-final stage, because I don't really think it's worth it. But we've got, I think it's Leeds United in the 3rd round. If we draw a big team in the 4th round, then obviously I'll rethink my plans, and we'll probably show the FA Cup game, against Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, anyone like that. Well, we're going to make some changes. We're going to bring Finley on for Luca Killian. And what we're going to do, all our attackers are playing really well. I think we'll leave him on for the moment. I'm going to bring Dan Neil on for Hayden Hackney, and I'll probably leave it at that for now. But yeah, let me know in the comments just how good you think this team is and how much you feel we need to strengthen in the summer, because I really think that this team with the youngsters we've got in the dev centre as well is pretty good to go. Oh my word! You know, we need to add a bit more quality to it, without a doubt. I don't think Nichol's a Premier League striker, to be quite honest. But yeah, I really like this team. You know, this is by far and away the best team I've managed in bottoms up. And it's taken us, what, 7-8 years into the save to get to this position. And we've just played the team that's fourth in the league, and we've smashed them 3-0 at home. You know, we are a good team. We've not really had any sort of a wobble so far this season as well. I hope I'm not cursing myself there. We had a very tiny wobble, but looking at this, Sunderland have beaten Middlesbrough. Where are Everton? Everton played? No, Everton haven't played today. So we are currently 21 points clear at the top of the table. Everton do have a game in hand, but even if they win a game in hand, that's 18 points clear. And there's, 21 games left of the season. If we look at the schedule, like I say, this was like a mini wobble, I suppose you could say. But we'd won everything before that, and we've won everything after it. So the next time we'll come back, in the next episode, I was thinking we'll come back somewhere around here. So we'll play January off camera, and then we've got Stoke and Burnley in the next episode. And then I was thinking maybe we do something like Everton and Sunderland. We need the QPR game to disappear, but we'll be back around here for Friday's episode anyway. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow for Stoke and Burnley. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications if you want to see these videos popping up in your inbox. Really appreciate your support. Please drop comments as well, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 8.